across the Illawarra, South Coast and Southern Highlands. This is Win News.
Tonight, crisis support hits overdrive as unions slam a dole overhaul. A big win for a small town demanding more local school infrastructure. And North Beach's $1 million makeover a step closer to reality. Hello and welcome to Win News this Wednesday. I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, the replacing of burnt bridges across the Illawarra hits the halfway mark. As the dust settles on changes to job seeker, local crisis support workers are bracing for a fresh wave of poverty. Changes to employment relations have also spurred unions to action, citing unfair pressures on anyone looking for a job.
A day later and still $1 short. Community groups left shocked by job seeker increases. The total a far cry from fixing the current crisis.
We see people coming in who are skipping meals on a regular basis. We have young people coming to the farm or working in the op shop who are not eating well and can't afford to eat well.
Green Connect, a business tackling social and employment issues, says the impacts of COVID-19 are dire. Now, support staff are bracing for an influx of those seeking help, a story they unfortunately know too well.
I'd expect an increase, but to be quite frank, we've been operating for 10 years and we've never not had a waiting list of staff wanting to join Green Connect.
And while those on the front line struggle to come to terms with the new job seeker payment amount, the unions say that the pressure continues to grow on the unemployed. The federal government now putting in new measures for employers to keep tabs on those looking for work.
What we will be doing for employers is introducing an employer reporting line.
If an employee rejects a job offer,
the employer will now be able to contact my department and report that person as failing to accept suitable employment.
And the unions have come out swinging.
These cheap shots that Michaelia Cash and the Scott Morrison government keep on pursuing about trying to punish the unemployed straight after a COVID crisis, what do they think this is?
They say under the changes, it's the employer who holds the power, given the ability to coerce vulnerable people into jobs they are not fit to take.
They're only a phone call away from pinging a job seeker who is so dependent on any allowance, any amount of money to survive. There is no negotiation for pay.
The changes come into place on April 1. Liam Tapper, Win News.
The Health Minister insists improper dosages of the Pfizer COVID vaccine are no cause for alarm. It comes after a doctor gave 2 elderly patients more than 4 times the recommended dose at a Queensland nursing home.
Both patients are being monitored and both patients are showing no signs at all of an adverse reaction. But it is a reminder of the importance of the safeguard.
Several different sized doses were given to patients during clinical trials.
During those trials, the side effect data was not a high problem.
Meantime, 4,600 GP clinics have now been approved to administer the AstraZeneca jab Australia-wide. There's sweet relief for wedding parties, with up to 30 guests allowed to dance at venues from Friday. The Premier today announced the further easing of restrictions, which will see up to 50 guests allowed to visit homes across Greater Sydney. 30 can dance at weddings, and it doesn't have to be the same 30 guests consistently. Patrons can stand and have a drink at outdoor venues from March 17 if there are no new cases in the next fortnight.
In relation to weddings also, if things continue to go well, we will reevaluate the cap. Currently there's a 300 cap on weddings, and we're even looking to ease that in 3 weeks or so if things continue the same way.
Gladys Berejiklian was unable to provide further details on the regional rollout of the vaccine across the Illawarra and South Coast. The refurbishment of the North Wollongong Surf Club will include more than structural work as the club looks to turn the building into a tourism and community hub. Work on the multi-million-dollar project will begin within months, achieving a decades-long vision.
Balcony beach views for fine dining and functions. North Wollongong Surf Club could soon become a state-of-the-art restaurant, community asset and tourist attraction.
It's been referred to as a Queensland style, but we like to think it's going to be Wollongong style. It's going to be open to the community. It's going to be something that we want community members to come to. It will have a surf club theme.
The club has been pushing the plans for more than 20 years, which will help them become more financially independent, increase membership and upgrade surf club facilities.
So that we can provide the best possible opportunities for the nippers and for all of our members and hopefully new members to provide the best life-saving chances we can for North Wollongong Beach.
A collaboration with Wollongong City Council and state government funding will see some works begin this year, Council putting out a tender for the $10.5 million project.
That building was put up in around about 1936 and has been continuously added to, and over time also, because of that environment, had major structural difficulties and problems.
Construction will also include building a tiered seating seawall to protect the new surf life-saving building and foreshore area.
So it'll be done in 2 stages, not only for timing but also finding the finance to do that work.
Keely Royal, Win News.
In a win for People Power, Mollymook has prevented land owned by the Education Department from being sold. The block on Garside Road is a much-loved reserve for bushwalkers and kids and has long been earmarked to be transformed into an education facility.
Revelling in success, residents take down their signs. Now their message has been heard. It was a short but powerful campaign to stop the Department of Education from selling this 2-hectare block of bushland.
It should have come off the market and really just kept in the government's portfolio. The land owes them no money. It was a really easy solution to arrive at, and it's resulted in a very happy community.
Last week, the Education Minister told Parliament the land was surplus to the needs of the region.
Every parent down here knows our schools are bursting at the seams, that there's a need for more education facilities, not fewer. And the next thing we knew, there was an auction sign put up.
So the community banded together and took action.
So the purpose of the group was to stop the sale, to get answers and to make sure the community was consulted in whatever was going forward.
There are no definite plans for the area yet, but discussions are underway about the Shoalhaven Anglican School site down the road. Budawang Special School will be moving onto the site, but there'll be plenty of land left over.
Is it going to be a site for vet training for our high school people? Is it going to be a senior school campus? Is it going to have extra campus room for junior school?
Justin Field says it was always intended to be part of the Ulladulla High School expansion.
It's a huge site. It's about, I think, 3 or 4 times the size of this site here at Garside Road. Of course it should be preserved for education facilities.
Last night, Council moved a motion to have the Ulladulla P&C members reinstated to the project committee group. In a statement, a Department of Education spokesperson said the Ulladulla P&C members were invited to a meeting earlier this month. Katie Gallagher, Win News.
Preliminary findings into a helicopter crash that killed 2 men in a training flight over the Southern Highlands last year reveal the main rotor struck the passenger cabin in flight, causing it to crash. 54-year-old Victorian Andrew Goldman, a local government councillor, was killed alongside 36-year-old instructor Nicholas Brink when the aircraft crashed near Marulan in December. The findings also suggest weather data from stations closest to the accident site showed conflicting details. The Ulladulla community has been left shaken after the death of a pedestrian in the town centre yesterday afternoon. The elderly man was crossing the road at the intersection of the Princes Highway and Wasson Street around 3 o'clock when he was struck by a truck. Late last night, the road reopened to traffic and a police investigation continues. One of Australia's biggest fast food chains has been the single-use plastic straw for good. The 3 remaining plastic straws at one McDonald's today becoming collector's items.
These famous white, red and yellow drinking straws now a thing of the past.
I'm delighted to say this is the last McDonald's plastic straw in Australia, and it's obviously on the way out the door.
Macca's making good on its commitment to transition to a sustainable alternative following last year's inaugural plastic summit.
It takes 868 tonnes of plastic out of the Australian business by removing the plastic straw, as well as over 512 million straws.
the news sparking opportunistic eBay users to try and flog some of the very last straws online for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. But McDonald's aren't the only ones making a move. Coles announced they will stop selling single-use plastic cutlery and tableware. Advocates say it's time for consumers, government and business to come together.
We don't need to be relying on single-use items at all. They're designed to be used once and thrown away. There are much better alternatives.
Well, we've got a plastics plan coming up a bit later on this year, and we'll see, I think, more commitment from industry about what they will do with plastic.
It's hoped more companies will follow suit, with Australia using 3.4 million tonnes of single-use plastics a year.
We can do better. We need to reduce our reliance on these items, but a couple of the announcements that have come out this week are really encouraging.
Natasha McFarlane, Win News.
And when we return this Wednesday, Berkeley's boat ramps get a new look and an exclusive with the former Illawarra Hawks physio keeping an NBA powerhouse firing.
Gogglebox is back.
Let the games begin. Yes! Where are these people from?
Thursday on Win.
Get $4,000 to spend on that special thing for the house. Refinance your home loan with St George and get $4,000 cash back to spend on whatever you like. Search St George Refinance or ask your broker today.
When COVID hit, Emily's partner started working from home. They were using their car less, so they switched to Yui and saved $530. When your life changes, your insurance should too. Yui, you insured.
I feel like something new.
Discover a new world of deliciousness.
Murray River Salted Double Chop.
Try the new Tim Tam Crafted Collection. What more could you wish for?
Australia. Whoever came up with this place deserves a pat on the back. I mean, think about it. There's birds who can laugh, mammals who can sing, and walls that can tell stories. There's cities that start where the waves end, and 26 million weird and wonderful characters. This is a place that took one look at the rulebook and said, nah, here's a platypus. And you know the most incredible thing of all? A holiday here this year is just what we all need. So get out there, Australia. The best is in your backyard.
RMB lawyers know how easily injury can happen, leaving you in an unexpected situation. Recovery can be filled with setbacks, but our experienced team will help you get back on your feet quickly. For compensation that allows you to be yourself again, contact RMB lawyers today.
Pre-rinsing wastes up to 40 litres of water. Let's end this. With Finish, if you promise to stop pre-rinsing, we'll donate 40 litres of water to those who need it most. Join the movement. Finish.
Now at Harvey Norman, upgrade to easy with a Chromebook. Save $70 on this 11.6-inch Asus Chromebook. Perfect for students, now only $328. The Lenovo IdeaPad 3i Chromebook, a great value device for education, only $378. Step up to 2-in-1 versatility with the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 3i Chromebook, only $468. More great deals plus 60 months interest-free with bonus gift card. Now at Harvey Norman.
At Nick Scali for 4 days only, 30% off all red tag lounges, dining tables, TV units, coffee tables, rugs and bedroom. 4 days only, 30% off. This Thursday through to Sunday at Nick Scali.
Introducing Voltaren Osteo Gel 12-hour. With just 2 applications a day, it gives you joint pain relief for the whole day and all night. Next time, why not try Voltaren Osteo Gel 12-hourly?
Get $4,000 to spend on that special thing for the house. Refinance your home loan with St George and get $4,000 cash back to spend on whatever you like. Search St George Refinance or ask your broker today.
This might look easy, but if $250,000 was on the line, would you hold your nerve?
10 seconds, 15 cylinders. So less than a second per cylinder.
Oh my gosh! The Cube with Andy Lee premieres 7:30 tonight.
Wallandilly Shire Council has ramped up pressure on the state government to build a Picton bypass, launching a petition for residents to show their support. The Transport Department is yet to give the project the tick of approval, prompting councillors to act at a recent meeting. Council is seeking 10,000 signatures so the issues debated in Parliament and the project can be put into motion. The petition is live until May 18. Illawarra Shire Council has crossed the halfway point in replacing bridges destroyed in our Black Summer fires. The crossings make up some of the $23 million infrastructure damaged across the Shire's road network.
During the bushfires, to come around a corner and see your access cut off in the bridge, especially when you're trying to escape from the fire, it's just devastating. 11 crossings crumpled by the flames have been replaced, mostly with concrete, to be more fire resistant. 8 more bridges are being replaced. Berkeley Boat Harbour has been left high and dry for almost a decade with minimal funding for new infrastructure. Wollongong City Council has proposed a master plan be created just months after a plan for Wollongong Harbour was released.
Lakeside in Berkeley, this boat harbour precinct is often swimming with recreational fishers, but for the past decade investment in the site has been scarce.
Since 2009, there's been approximately $400,000 spent on the entire infrastructure around the lake, putting aside the $1.3 million which has recently been announced for the jetty maintenance.
Wollongong City Councillors unanimously voted to write to the Minister for Planning and Public Spaces, proposing the development of a master plan for the area. It would help set clear goals and address community needs while involving stakeholders.
There's a whole raft of ownership and responsibilities over the lake, both on land side and water side, which just makes any development here, any potential use here, just so complicated and convoluted.
Master plans are an important stage for establishing the vision for an area, and with Wollongong Harbour's plan released late last year, upgrades are now in sight.
A lot of it is council working in partnership with the state, but there's a lot of work that can happen around that inner harbour area that needs boardwalks, footpaths, shade, improved parking. So there's some work has happened, but there's certainly more that can come along.
Kelly Royal, Win News.
The Housing Trust has made learning more accessible for 18 recipients of the Tyler West Education Scholarship. The program supports tenants of all ages to achieve their educational and career goals by easing the cost of fees and supplies.
I'm a mother of 6 children and I'm a single parent, and I've always put my children first. And just Housing Trust support has enabled me to pursue my career and start again.
We have so many additional barriers to people being able to fully participate in education, whether it's the upfront cost of fees, whether it's things like access to computers or even data downloads.
More than $800,000 has been distributed in the past 5 years. Time now for sport. Midweek sport with Amy Duggan. And Amy, a former Illawarra Hawks staff member, is making it big in the US.
That's right, Bruce. This is a great little story. Nathan Spencer has gone from strength to strength in more ways than one. The former Hawks physio has been promoted to head strength coach for one of the NBA's biggest franchises, the Orlando Magic.
This time in 2018, Nathan Spencer's job was nursing injured Hawks back to health. Fast forward to 2021, he's weaving his magic at Orlando.
Officially promoted to the role of head strength conditioning coach.
The promotion comes after starting out as the franchise's performance and rehab coach.
So that's been an exciting change for myself, now being responsible for the physical development and preparation for all of our guys.
Working day to day with out-and-out NBA superstars.
It's just a whole new level of beast, to be honest. I mean, I've got the luxury of working with 2 guys who have, one's won a dunk competition and one has probably deserved to win a dunk competition twice in Terrence Ross and Aaron Gordon. The things that these guys can do is just phenomenal. Getting up above a rim, in their slides without even warming up sometimes before practice is just... it boggles the mind.
The role hasn't been without its challenges. A heavy injury toll has kept Nathan on his toes.
It's never nice though when our injury list is currently listed at I think 5 or 6 guys, and they're all guys who are highly paid and they have very critical roles in the team.
Not to mention the game changer that has been COVID.
Everyone is being tested daily. Players being tested twice daily. But there's not a 12-hour period where they're not accounted for with being negative.
Playing in empty stadiums, the new norm.
That's a whole new challenge for players as well, walking into an arena where you're used to having 20,000 screaming fans. We're lucky that we have, I think, 4,000 fans in our arena that give the guys a bit of energy.
The Magic sit a lowly 12th in the Eastern Conference, but Spencer is confident the Magic can push for playoffs.
We know we can be better. We know we can be playing better. Extra film study, guys getting in the gym and getting extra reps in, and we're definitely doing those things when we have the opportunity to.
Corey Hammond, WE News.
The Illawarra Hawks are about to feature on the big screen in a documentary following the journey of LaMelo Ball and the NBL's other next star players.
How serious is he about being a pro?
The doco including interviews from league identities, including former Hawks GM Matt Campbell.
Are we ready for this kind of circus?
A lot of pressure on this young man.
The Next Stars hits Hoyt cinemas from March 4. 2 Illawarra Rugby League coaches will play big roles in the 2021 Women's Representative Calendar. Dragons NRLW assistant coach Alicia Hawke has been appointed assistant of the New South Wales Under-19 State of Origin team, which will take on the Queensland Under-19s, while Dragons community manager and former Group 7 player and coach Adam Bazina will head up the country open side to face City later this year. And that is it for sport tonight.
Lovely, Amy. Thank you very much for that. Let's talk weather now with Christina Prentoska. And I guess the big question on everyone's mind, has summer come to an early end, Christina?
Looking that way, Bruce, these cloud cover and cooler temps are forecast to stick around. All the details coming up.
On West, all new Thursday. Bondi Rescue is back.
Don't be surprised if we do 100 plus rescues today.
Then, the all-new season of Territory Cops begins.
I'd like to give you a pat down, but I don't think you got anything on you.
We're taking you from the ocean to the outback. Tomorrow on When.
Peace of mind. It's hard to find these days.
Seriously?
Fortunately, Glen 20 kills 99.9% of germs and viruses, including COVID-19. Glen 20. It's peace of mind you can hold on to.
At Spotlight, save more at our Homemaker sale. 50% off Platinum Day-Night Roller Blinds. 50% off Avalon Blockout Eyeless and Pencil Pleat Curtains. 50% off Forward Venetian Blinds. So roll it, open it and keep it cool for less. Sale starts tomorrow. At Spotlight, it's what you make it.
Dinner, a constant struggle, wasting time buying food you don't need, stuck in a rut of the same recipes. With HelloFresh, dinner is better. Easy recipes and delicious meals that everyone enjoys. Order your first box today at hellofresh.com.au. Inspiration delivered.
At Melinda Griffiths Lawyers, it's all about you. We are passionate about obtaining justice and compensation with no win, no fee. It's about your needs and your outcome. At Melinda Griffiths Lawyers, your compensation matters.
Advantage Skin Clinic, your journey to healthy skin. A professional medical clinic with exceptional standards of care, providing tailor-made treatments using the latest technologies for a range of skin conditions and cosmetic procedures. Book an appointment at Advantage Skin Clinic.
The Bedroom Blitz sale is on at Beds R Us, up to 50% off. We blitz prices store-wide on mattresses, bedroom suites, bedroom furniture, Manchester and much, much more. Bedroom Blitz sale on now, but only at Beds R Us. Right bed, right price, right now.
If you're in Years 5 or 6, apply now to enrol at St Mary.
And don't miss our College Expo, March 11. There's heaps of activities, tours and information sessions.
Experience what high school's like.
Visit St Mary's website. Booking's essential.
Wobble Tea Sprinklers. For large areas, Australian made and owned. Award-winning for their efficiency with add-on ability. And for smaller areas, use the Clever Drop Sprinkler, also with add-on ability. Wobble Tea, celebrating 22 years of Australian manufacturing. Available from leading hardware stores and rural retail outlets. Visit wobbletea.com.au.
1 in 5 adult Australians could suffer with dry eyes. Your eyes could be red, itchy, scratchy, just very uncomfortable.
Your eyes can become easily fatigued, irritated and redness occurs. At Wise Eyes Optical, their goal is to detect and treat underlying causes of your dry eyes. They give you a comprehensive dry eye assessment and create a treatment plan. Use code HAPPYEYES to receive your free dry eye assessment.
Visit Wise Eyes Optical and Hearing Centre.
See it all at Wise Eyes.
At Nick Scali for 4 days only, 30% off all red tag lounges, dining tables, TV units, coffee tables, rugs and bedroom. 4 days only, 30% off. This Thursday through to Sunday at Nick Scali.
Got everything?
Mum's birthday.
Luckily, it's easy to send flowers same day Australia-wide. easyflowers.com.au.
A marriage breakdown can throw your whole world into turmoil. The sooner you gain expert advice, the faster the resolution, so everyone can move on. Nikolovsky Lawyers, with you all the way.
This report, brought to you by Southern Classic Cars Group Wollongong and Albion Park. In business for over 28 years.
Welcome back. A few heavy showers near the coast, especially in the north, and there is still a chance of showers throughout the evening. Tonight's weather photo is from Renee, who captured this wattle tree, a gorgeous splash of yellow. What a wonderful snap. Thank you. Let's check out some details from today. Wollongong had some light drizzle this morning. 16 to 21 was the stretch there. Albion Park's maximum temperature was around 4 degrees colder than average for this time of year, and there were cool south to southwesterly winds in Ulladulla with gusts of 39 kilometres an hour. Campbelltown reached a top of 23 degrees. Further south, Bega dipped into the single digits around sunrise before jumping to 23 by mid-afternoon. Narooma reached a top of 20 degrees. On to the satellite, a ridge of high pressure across Victoria is extending an onshore flow across eastern districts of New South Wales. On the synoptic chart, a trough currently across inland New South Wales is likely to produce unsettled weather in many central and eastern districts over the coming days. On the waters, cloudy with showers and a strong wind warning is in place for the Illawarra and Bateman's Coast. To the forecast for the Illawarra and Southern Highlands, partly cloudy with a high chance of showers, and there is the chance of a thunderstorm from the afternoon. Kiama will reach a top of 26 degrees, the same for Ulladulla. And taking a look at the south coast, looking very similar. Maria Heads, Bateman's Bay and Narooma will top out at 28 degrees. For Wollongong, cloudy with showers up to 25 millimetres of rain is possible. And in the days ahead, Friday will be partly cloudy with a medium chance of showers. Saturday is looking mostly cloudy. We've got a medium chance of showers for the Illawarra and a slight chance on the south coast. And on Sunday, a few clouds about and a slight chance of showers. That's all for weather tonight, Bruce. It's back to you.
Thank you, Christina, and thank you for your company. Good night.